Okay, we're back. So, yeah, we've done the grinding, ready for the rival battle. I'm kind of nervous about its Spearow having Peck, because that'd be super effective against Seedling, Metapod, and the Anki. Because, yeah, fighting in grass, right? So that's a big worry. I'm worried he'll, like, one-shot 3 of our dudes. And then, obviously, Charmander, if he has Ember, he's a huge threat to Seedling too. So I'm not sure who to lead with, really. I'm thinking Rattata, because, yeah, you know, and Pidgey, because at least they're not super effective. And if we can beat him down, the Spearow down, then we'll only have Charmander left to deal with, and we can beat him by numbers, hopefully. Levels-wise, I've got my main matching his highest level, and then because his other one is level 9 apparently as well, I figured like that he's missing 4 Pokemon, which is his fault, but because he's missing 4, I've said okay, 4 levels off everyone else, you know, combined, so that's why they're all 8 instead of 9. Seemed like a fair way to divvy it up. So now we're going to find out if we get slaughtered or if we've overtrained for this. And yeah, as I said before, I don't know if, you know, you can move too far north or anything and then not be able to do this battle, so I didn't want to lose the experience and the, you know, the actual game experience as well as the points. I like the way he like gives you shit about not having any badges, as if like he has any badges either. Okay, leads straight in with a quick attack, can't go wrong with that. And yeah, this is where I realised I fucked up. It's yellow, he has a Spearow. Like, you know, he has a Pidgey most of the time. So yeah, was risking Philip's life a little bit there, but, you know, got to be sure. Blimmin' set style is panicking me. So yeah, again, Joey's not weak to Charmander, so he's a good choice. So far, only Scratch and Growl is a good sign. Maybe he doesn't have Ember at all, I'm thinking. I figure it didn't do much damage, but if I lower his accuracy, because when it doesn't do a lot of damage, you realise there's going to be a lot of turns left in the battle, and so that's when you start to think status moves will be worth it, because they'll affect him every turn, or one of those turns from then on. The more turns there are, the more they'll affect him. Switching to Seedling was a risk. I'm not 100% sure he doesn't have Ember, but Leech Seed is so good that, you know, especially if he misses from that sound attack as well, you get a free Leech Seed use, you know? It's crazy. I'm figuring I can probably take 1 Ember, especially now he's gone back up to 25 points. Okay, yeah, we're pretty safe. He doesn't have Ember at this point. And then I start to come up with this boring but effective strat. I'm thinking, if he's physically attacking me, if I harden and I've got Leech Seed doing work in the background, I'll win by like attrition. I'll be invincible. I'll gain more than I lose if I'm careful. Even with Growl, you know, I'm not attacking him back, so actually the Growl functionally doesn't affect me. And yeah, as you can see, he's nearly down, and, you know, maybe I'm smart, but realistically I've just overtrained for this battle and outnumbered him greatly. But yeah, Leech Seed is dope. I love Leech Seed. There's a hack in there's a glitch in Gen 1 where, like, if you have Leech Seed and Toxic, I think Leech Seed scales with the Toxic, which is pretty OP. He storms off, we got some cash from him, and that's all good. I was pretty sure this wasn't like another route or anything, but I just wanted to check, or if there was an item ball or something. But yeah, we're done with this area, it seems. Checking for hidden items. It's so weird that, like, the in-game fluff text of, like, explaining, like, oh, you have Pokeballs, you can carry Pokemon anywhere. It's like, if you had never played the game before, that would kind of, like, give you an understanding of what's going on. But, like, if you lived in a Pokemon world, that would be such a redundant thing to say. Like, yeah, no shit, that's, like, implicitly what they do. They don't do anything else. It's like going up to someone in real life and going, oh, those are Bag for Lives, they help you carry your shopping. It's like, yeah, that's like the entire point. But yeah, finally remember to get some more Pokeballs, because otherwise that would suck if I missed out on being able to catch a new one in a new area. So we're off to Viridian Forest to catch hopefully a Pikachu, probably a Weedle. But if we get a Weedle, at least we don't have to watch Pikachu die, you know, which is would be depressing. I'm always paranoid that there's an NPC like gives you something for free that I'll miss out on if I don't speak to everyone. So yeah, already got one of those. So yeah, I'm also paranoid. I've never had a level cap before, so I'm probably being way overcautious, but I'm fleeing from battles because I'm thinking I'd rather train in one stretch off screen than like do it all in one go. And here we are, a Weedle already. Don't want to kill it, we're all quite leveled up. That'd be ironic if we over leveled. Oh my god. Gutted. Absolutely gutted. We've really fucked ourselves for Brock now. It would have been so much nicer to have 6 max level Pokemon. That's exactly what I was worried about. Maybe I should have kept one person, like whoever was least effective, like Mankey or something, under leveled. But what's done is done. Gutted. At least it wasn't a shiny or something, you know. That would suck. I should have switched and used Leech Seed. What was I thinking? So yeah, when I listened to part 1's audio, I noticed there was a lot of like the microphone is just too good, like it picks up way too much, like even though the volume isn't overall too loud, I don't know if it like compensates for that, but it's picking up like me swallowing and gulping and like biting my lip and scratching my arm, like the audio is just, the capture's just way too good. So this time I'm holding the mic, which can create more noise with like the cable moving around and stuff, but I'm thinking it might also be better because I can flip on the on and off switch, so I'm testing that out this part, see if it sounds better overall. And the reason I chuck Sealing out front is because I suddenly got paranoid about the Weedles. I don't have any antidotes, and that'd be a really dumb way to have a Pokemon killed if someone gets poisoned. There's no Fly or Dig or Teleport yet, you know, so it's a genuine concern. So because Seedling is dual grass poison, I don't think he's capable of getting poisoned. I don't know why I'm being so like non-committal. I know he can't. Like, I'm trying to be all humble and shit, but I know that fucking works. He can't be poisoned. How funny it would be if he just got poisoned immediately after I said that. But yeah, he's also the tankiest, so although it would suck to lose my starter, he's actually got the most chance of surviving, even if he does get like, you know, poisoned. But again, he can't, so it's a moot point. I have no idea why I used Growl there. Oh, I think I'm trying to heal deliberately. And I'm also kind of testing if Poison Sting is a physical attack, so if I keep growling, he should be doing less damage, and if he never does do less damage, then I know that it's a special attack. Yeah, see, I'm not getting above 27, and it should have weakened him enough that, like, I was, you know. So I'm just going in with the tackles. Same again. I never really understood how Leech Seed worked. Like, you throw seeds at them and somehow the seed gets stuck in them, which you think would be more painful than anything else, like getting like a bullet seed. There's actually a move called Bullet Seed in later ones, but like getting stabbed with a seed and then that seed like grows, sucks the life out of you and somehow sends it back to someone else who's like a few meters away. I never really understood how that works. It's a strange move, but I'll take it. I feel like it'd be more better as like a ghost attack or something, because it's like you get these balls of light coming out of them and going into you, but it's like, that sounds like you're sucking out their soul or something really dramatic, you know? It's kind of crazy. yeah, level 10. I'm starting to worry like how tough are Brock's Pokemon. Are they like level 12? I don't want to over level, but I also don't want anyone else to get poisoned, so we'll have to see how it goes. And yeah, I'm pretty sure when you come out of Viridian, the grass there with Pokemon in it is still an extension of Route 2. Like Route 2 wraps around Viridian Forest, which is kind of a pain because then there's not another chance to get another Pokemon. And leaving the Pewter City to the right, that stupid little jerk makes you go to the gym. You're not allowed to go and get any other Pokemon. So that's kind of a mission. But it is what it is. At least I guess I could get any Pokemon that are here somewhere else. I don't think you ever see Weedle and his family again, or Cappy even. But yeah, no big deal. I mean, they'd probably get replaced later anyway, and I think if my team get wiped, I'm unlikely to want to get stuff out of the box that I like even less and have another go. You know, if I'm playing to level cap, then it's not like I can just over-level the backup team. Like, if the first team loses, you're probably going to lose again with your second team, unless you were just very unlucky, unlike the RNG on moves in your first team. But yeah, I guess if I've got emotionally attached to 6 people who end up getting replaced, then there'd be a viable backup team of, you know, ones you like, but otherwise I just don't see the purpose. But yeah, so it's a bit slower using Leech Seeds so much and stuff, but the alternative is to keep running back and getting, you know, other, keep going back to the Pokemon Center, which is even more of a mission at this stage. And I'm still not sure about items, like I think I'm not going to use any items. I said I'm only going to use items that they use, so if Lance uses like a Forest Store, then fuck you, I'm using a Forest Store, but otherwise I'm not just going to be able to spam items to win, you know, it's the whole point of a Nuzlocke pretty much. Plus, if you're not using revives, then it doesn't help you that much because you're having to you're not being able to use them up until they faint and then fully revive them. You know, you're still missing a turn. You have to heal them early to stop them dying. And if someone's nearly one-shotting or doing over half, then you get stuck in a loop because they're going to get priority on the next move. So, and I know in red and blue and yellow they didn't use PP, so it's not even like you could use 100 Forest Stores and starve out their OP moves PP. I think you can't do that in that generation, but I don't know about Fire Red and Leaf Green, and I wouldn't really want to keep testing it in case they like get a critical or something stupid. I don't really want to experiment. You know, if I should have done that, I guess found that out before. But that's also kind of a cheap tactic. You know, using they use Blizzard 5 times, you use Forest Store 6 times, and then beat them up with, you know, Body Slam or something. That's just cheap as fuck. So, and some like the Pokemon League people, they've been in that job for years. They should be able to have more money than you and probably get a discount. They should be able to, if spamming Forest Stores was the way to go, realistically, other trainers should be able to do that as much or more than you. You know, it's just cheap. So yeah, I went back down here because I thought that I might have missed an item or a path on the left. I'm always paranoid about missing anything on the map. Even though by the time you've beat the game, if you I left a potion on Route 3, you know, who cares? But I don't know, I'm a completionist. I want to get all these iron balls right up. Yeah, good to have one antidote, I guess, in case I screw up with the timing and stuff. So when they use a Kakuna, that's a good time, or Metapod, to switch out, because I think trainers, at least in the old gens, they didn't know their pre-evolution moves. So even though Kakuna could poison someone else, the trainer ones aren't gonna, so I should switch out to someone else, give them experience. And yeah, my whole thing here now is I'm gonna get up to Brock-ish and in this part, and I want to evolve Vegan Spread first, because it's a shame when evolutions are done off screen. I mean, a Cappy to Metapod is not that exciting, but you know, it's kind of neat to see a Butterfree burst out of its cocoon, so I'm going to try and capture that on one part, but again, the rest of the grinding will be off screen. I don't have the charisma to do a 2-hour video of me just killing Weedles and Cappies over and over again. I always felt like moves that affect you versus them are like OP. So if I use Harden 10 times and then beat their Pokemon, I'm benefiting from those Hardens that I saved up. Whereas if they string shot me a bunch of times, if I switch out, that's gone. Even if they beat me, it's gone. The next person doesn't have it. So, there's that. I'm trying to remember if there's held items on Fire Red, because that's definitely useful if you don't want your Pokemon to die. I wonder how Leftovers is treated. To be fair, most of the Let's Play You things I've seen have been on the classic Red, Blue, Yellow, so that's kind of odd. But yeah, there's so many more exploits you can do, they use psychic moves against your fighting Pokemon, but if their one only knows Rest or Amnesia or something, they'll just spam that and you can easily beat them, even though you should have a bit of disadvantage or whatever, or at least not necessarily at a good advantage. So yeah, I don't really want to exploit stuff like that. That feels kind of cheap, but I don't think you have to on Fire Red and Leaf Green, at least because they're slightly smarter. You don't feel as cheesy, but we'll see. That guy's just staring at a tree Blair Witch style, and then suddenly go up to me, turns and goes, "Do you know Pokemon Evolve?" It's yeah, I did know that. Again, it's something you wouldn't say. Everyone would know that. It's not when something learn a certain move that's maybe a bit more niche, the concept of even if you never left the house in the Pokemon world, you would kind of get the impression that Sandslash is related to Sandshrew or whatever the fuck, it's crazy. The Pidgey line alone, come on. I guess the closest thing we have in real life to Pokemon evolution is rare animals like salamanders that have a juvenile. They're physically different in their juvenile state versus their adult state. But how cool would that be if ducks had 3 evolutions? You go feed the ducks, and then there's a medium-sized duck with a frill or something, and you're oh, that's a sort of level 2 duck, they'd be rarer but still naturally occurring. But only special duck breeders would have the super mega fucking duck, I don't know, they'd be kind of neat. It's a shame how unaccommodating and boring life is in that way. I guess it would be even though they're not related, I guess it'd be swan goose. It's duck, goose, swan, would be an equivalent, but they're totally different animals, in real life. But yeah. It is weird though, sometimes Pokemon change way too much that it's what, how did that become that? But on the other hand, you do get some Pokemon that just look Growlithe and Arcanine. It's it's a dog, and now it's a slightly larger dog. It's oh wow, mega exciting. And yeah, Joey has been poisoned. Fuck, this is exactly what I didn't want to happen, especially to a shiny. So I wondered if Leech Seed could outrun the poison, but then he's going to get tackled and shit as well, so it's not worth experimenting. But we are right at the entrance to the forest, so we might be okay. You never know. And level up, that's cool. And he's got a flying move, so that's nice. But yeah, if he gets more HP, then he's going to survive the poison for longer, so that's good convenient coincidence. Yeah, so he's I'm checking how fast his health's going down in relation to how far I'm walking. I'm super paranoid, don't want to lose one. Seems to have only lost 1 point, but I'll keep an eye on it. Even though I've been watching his health go down, I'm still paranoid that sudden message is going to appear Joey fainted. I'll be fuck, because I have an antidote, so I'm just being stingy. There's no need for it, but I'm sure you're allowed to use items out of combat in most Nuzlocks, right? But oof, either way, I was also worried exactly where the Pokemon Center was. If I went the wrong way, I went to some dude's house, that'd be a bummer. But we made it. Yeah, I don't know if you remember on Yellow, the Jigglypuff actually puts your Pikachu to sleep, which is kind of neat. But I guess here it does nothing. I actually kind of like it's more plausible when you overhear conversations and it's relevant. I mean, it's weird that it only happens when they have relevant information, but I guess it's just like not telling you about what you hear from like those two nerds on the table because it isn't going to be relevant later, but yeah. I don't understand what the fuck that profile shit is, but who cares? Pretty sure there's nothing of value in the two houses. There's no trades or anything. I think I get confused with like that first major town on Silver and stuff, where there's like the guy who would trade you an Onyx, but I don't think there's anything going on here. It always bugged me that Red and Blue had that stupid thing where they like there's someone who would trade you a Nidoran for a Nidoran, even though they're both available in both versions, and then like there's also a Nidorina for a Nidorino or whatever, and it's like you could effectively like trade one for the other, level it up, trade one for the other, I guess, like trade the same one twice. You could trade a trade Pokemon, I guess, if I'm remembering it right, but either way that's like 4 trades wasted. I've been seeing videos where people have done like trade only runs, but yeah, I actually did a little crystal run where I could only use Pokemon you get given or find, or like or in the overworld or whatever. I would include trades in that, but I only ended up using kind of an Onyx a tiny bit. But you do get given quite a lot of Pokemon between the starter, like the egg, Suicune even, Yeah, I wanted to see how much fighting does to Rock. I thought it was super effective, but it's not doing a ton. Maybe it's because of the level difference, or maybe it's just because Mankey's kind of weak. But yeah, I'm paranoid that he's going to get taken out. Now I know Rock is a super effective against Thing, but I'm figuring he's not going to get me in one hit, and he should only take one hit. Plus, I know I have Quick Attack, but I then didn't use it. But yeah, here's the Sandshrew. I thought he only had a Sandshrew, but maybe that was in red. Yeah, so I think Gust is a physical attack, but either way I get lucky with a critical there. Thinking if I should switch out. That defensive curl is adding up. Yeah, don't want to faint, but I still have at least two dudes before Seedling, so should be nice and easy. And I want Vegan Spread to level up, so it's a shame he's not going to do it now because he's sharing the X with 2 other dudes, but such is life. Yeah, in hindsight, I probably should have put a Leech Seed on him, and this would have been over way quicker by even switching around, but there you go. It's good to test how my weaker Pokemon would do against strong Pokemon like this. It kind of gives me an idea of what Rock's going to be like, I hope. Okay, Phil, let's finish the job. Quick Attack's so cool. Underrated attack. I kind of like Swift. I like any attacks that have like a special purpose or gimmick, 100% accurate stuff. I love using trolley things with like Fly and Dig as well. Like if they use a 2-turn move, there's nothing more satisfying than like digging under a Skull Bash or flying above a Solar Beam. It's pretty sick. But yeah, I really like the champion making guy in the sort of Kanto gen, like just some random guy, like I guess he works there or he's just a fan of Pokemon battles, and he like gives you advice that you don't really need, but maybe if you're a rookie, but he's there for you all the way. He's like watching your rise. I think they kind of do that cleverly in Sword and Shield, where they have the people who like become fans of yours as you get more prestigious, so there's like a fandom culture where they cheer on certain people, but they do it more as you start to get more badges, you start to get people actually recognise you and stuff, and it feels very authentic,
yeah, it's cool to see those like fossil Pokemon that they're proper skeletons, you know. But being a pedant, like, wouldn't Kabutops have like cartilage rather than actual bones? I don't know. And yeah, so it's like that's more of a skeleton than a fossil, right? Like, could they revive? Is that the same thing? Is it in Amber in there as well? Like, I feel like it's different. Like, those are just skeletons or something, but even though it refers to them as fossils, whereas the thing in the back is actually properly. But yeah, I know I can't get in here yet, but I'm thinking there might be an item in the tree, you know? I always want any missing items I can get. Some idiots trying to argue with me on Instagram. But yeah, there's nothing in the museum really, but I just feel compelled to check it out every time, and I feel how like Fire Red did it differently. It's weird with like the shuttle, they talk about the shuttle landing, it's very weird how like everything, because it's kind of set in the real world, right? Like the Sword and Shield place is like an upside down UK, most of the Kanto is like, some of the games are parts of Japan, right? I think there's one that's set in like America and France or something. And yeah, there's just like a legendary dog chilling here, which is just really dumb. I feel like it wasn't there earlier. I didn't notice it earlier. I think it might be, it appears after you leave this area, they don't expect you to double back. So you wouldn't find it till later, but that still seems too soon. Coming out of there, Diglett Tunnel, and there's like Raikou there. It seems like you're going to get wrecked. What's going to be annoying is if I talk to it and it like attacks, then I'm going to die. I don't know, maybe that's just how you get it to take off and be catchable in the gold and silver kind of way. But yeah, I wouldn't want to wipe talking to that thing, but I don't want to not talk about it if that's how I'd like to move the storyline along, you know? And I don't know what level they are. This is the trouble with doing a Nuzlocke on a ROM hack you've never played, because if they're like level 70, then I'm fucked, but if they're 50, then yeah, take it on with some defensive mons and use false swipe and catch that bastard. But yeah, that'd be a really dumb reason to wipe if it's kind of not my fault, like I couldn't reasonably be prepared for it. But then maybe that's part of the challenge, I have to play it safe. But yeah, they have like, I was talking earlier about that, the spaceship, right? Like, so they have everything kind of, all world events kind of happen, but in the same time frame. Like it's the moon landing happened in 69, but that's like, the world would be totally different with like these fucking creatures running around. Like this, like the butterfly effect alone, let alone like the big changes. Like there's no way stuff would happen exactly at the same time. It might even be sooner if you've got like Pokemon as power supplies, you know. Or you know, the way they send animals into space in real life, but using a Pokemon that's smarter than a real life animal, you could actually get more useful data, you know. Even send ones that would be resistant to the void of space and then be able to go there with like less shielding. I don't know, like I'm overthinking a children's game, but it kind of annoys me how lazily, it's like Marvel Comics, you know, like, oh, it's set in the real world with this extra shit, but it's like, yeah, but people would actually worship Thor and stuff. It would cause chaos, like theologically, stuff that would happen, you know, be different, even like, yeah, you know, it's crazy. So yeah, just want to get vegan spread up to 10, and then I shall do the rest of the grinding off screen. See a nice little evolution going. But yeah, Brock shouldn't be difficult with Seedling. He's got Vine Whip now, so he's got a same type advantage bonus or whatever, or attack bonus. So he should be able to wipe his team. I'll probably start with other dudes on the Geodude. Trouble is then I have the switch into Seedling, which is a mission. So there's that. Yeah, it's kind of tough. I've also got the Butterfree with Confusion, which is pretty good, but then a Rock Throw could seriously fuck Butterfree up. So that's a problem. Probably going to keep Joey out of the battle. Although Sand Attack would be pretty cool. But again, I don't want anyone to get one shot. I'm paranoid about losses. So I'll have a think about it. Oh, and if anyone is watching this and knows a good program on a Chromebook without getting into Linux to combine audio and video, let me know. I'm having a lot of technical challenges. Okay, let's finish this off. I know the fighting move is effective against these guys, so there's that. I think he gets Karate Chop soon, and I think in Fire Red that's when they changed it to fighting, because it should have always been fighting. But yeah, we'll find out, I suppose, in a minute. But yeah, the level 5 one's annoying because I'm probably going to have to switch to make sure Spread doesn't die, but on the other hand, like, he'll get more experience because it's high level. I think that's how experience works. I know higher evolved ones give more exp, I think, as well. I'm not entirely sure on the mechanics. Alright, here we go. It's evolution times. It's weird how the animation is that they like flick between the final form and not. That feels kind of like weird. I'd rather it just like, I think they kind of made it better in the later games. I forgot what it looks like in Shield, but I think they're just kind of covered in light, right? But yeah, beautiful butterfly. And it should learn confusion. Here we are. But he's bug, so it's a psychic move, and he's bug and flying, so he's got no same type advantage. It's kind of long. But yeah, I guess I'll be doing all the grinding off screen, and we'll be back for Brock and then a shitload of trainers going through to the Mount Moon. I wonder what I'll catch. Since I missed the Weedle, I'm kind of gutted. Like, I'm excited to catch my 6th Pokemon. Not sure who it would be. I guess it could be like a Jigglypuff or an Ekans or some shit. And then you've got, I guess, Zubat or Geodude in the tunnel. Geodude's probably generally better, but then you've got Misty right after, so that's not very helpful. But yeah, I'll see you all next time.